hopefully I clicked on the right server. What up, peeps? This is Ginyu 2007, and with me today is, once again, Mr. Bad Influence, also known as, what is it, Old Man Gamer or Retro Gamer on your Instagram?
Old Gamer.
All right.
Retro Gamer.
All right. Cool. Just gonna jump in here and do my usual stuff. Let's see. Level up a skill. So you brought up something interesting before I started streaming. Something about a Sega CD. What's going on?
Now, my favorite cabs are the candy cabs, and I saw this guy. Well, you know, I love shmups.
Yeah.
One of my favorite genres to play. So that's why I get a lot of the import consoles, because the best shmups just happen to be on the import consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this guy took a candy cab, which is my favorite style of arcade machine, and hooking up to whatever board he has, he was able to hook up one of the Alesta titles from Sega CD. So inside the console, he had the Sega CD with the Genesis playing that title on that nice massive screen of what some of the candy cabs have. And I'm like, I think I just found heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go.
Pretty creative.
Yeah, because he's using the harness the way the harness was.
Mm-hmm.
I must have rigged it or not, but it automatically uses the arcade machine controls and everything with the Genesis of the Genesis and the Sega CD. So it was definitely a pretty interesting concept. I'm like, man, that's like the perfect way to play Sega, man.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I like playing, well, especially with the disability of my hand, I like to play with the arcade sticks anyways, but having the actual arcade, that was just pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. There was something about the sound card when it came to the Sega CD. Like, it's still fascinating to me that somehow they made a better soundtrack on the Sega CD version of Final Fight than the actual arcade. I'm like, what the hell? How does that even happen?
Well, yeah, the FM chip, that was pretty impressive for when it had come out.
Yeah.
Where I've always thought, for the most part, Sega did connect with the hardware, and the fact that they lost out on so much to let Nintendo, and I think a lot of it is Sega management.
Mm-hmm.
The ways I'm going through now highlights a lot of tribulations with Kaminsky and Sega of North America and Sega of Japan. And that fight goes all the way back to when they wanted, when they really were setting up the office after the first year or two, when he comes in and they were fighting Sonic the Hedgehog as the packing game,
Mm-hmm.
about ahead of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so many missed opportunities. It's like, God, you guys have the better games, man. compare the arcade games that Sega did to to the ones that like Nintendo did. I mean, like we were just talking earlier about our local arcade here, GameCraft getting Star Wars Racer. That game was awesome.
Yeah.
You don't see Nintendo like actually putting on a game like that in the '90s. I mean, early 2000s. But alas, as they say, right?
Yeah. Right now I'm fighting an overgrown sea lizard.
Overgrown sea lizard.
Yeah, kind of looks like well, it's not a hydra because it doesn't have multiple faces. But the closest thing I would say it looks like is a overgrown Pokemon that, is obviously different art style, but yeah.
Okay.
Which, because my team is wimpy as hell, lost miserably to. I gotta fix that. Well, what do you know? I've earned the title of Baron, and I've only been playing for barely anything at all, hour-wise.
So we were talking earlier off camera about the different oddball ninja games, and just now somebody popped up with the same question on Instagram that I follow, which was your favorite oddball ninja game, and the initial post has two interesting ones: the Atari 7800 Ninja Golf.
Ninja Golf. That's hilarious, man.
Or this one for the ZX or Time Spectrum. Ninja Scooter Simulator.
Ninja what?
Scooter, like the kids' scooters.
Oh, that's weird.
Ninja scooters.
That's very strange. Well, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to use a few diamonds to level up my crew and get more money. I want to save them though. They're like the best resource of the game.
My precious. My precious.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you should have seen some of the wackiness that was going on in the morning, where guys were like complaining about like, hey man, I don't know what to do. I can't be rank 1. I can't compete with this whale. And I'm like, dude, it's just a game. What the hell is so important about being rank 1? It doesn't change anything. If anything, it makes it boring. Like with the other one I'm in. Yeah, I'm rank 1, but, I got nothing else to do. Except be lazy and let the computer take care of everything.
Well, unlike some of the other games I play where it's ting.
Uh-huh. Well, that's RuneScape for you. Oh, yeah. So I think I will look through the database and hold on. How do I even get the database again? I forgot. Give me a second here. I want to see what the heck Thor looks like. Hold on. How is it?
If re-release House of the Dead, I missed that.
Oh yeah, for the Switch, I think.
On the this one's for the PS4, but I didn't realize they released that. Speaking of old classic Sega stuff.
Yeah. Why can't I remember how the heck you get the database of? Hold on a sec. What in the world? Oh. Okay. I remember this. Okay, let me print screen on that. I'm going to try to coordinate the teams that they recommend here.
Just saw the cutest video of a girl. She's got this serious look on her face, and she just found out that I think she's watching the chronological order, not the order of Star Wars. That Anakin becomes Darth Vader and say, "Oh, well, how did you become a bad guy?" She goes, "I can't even eat my food." Remember when movies hit you like that, huh?
Yeah.
Be kidding.
I don't know. I saw some of the craziest stuff in the 80s. I mean, My Bloody Valentine when I was like 7 or 8, something like that. Maybe 9. Had that on Laserdisc. And then that made-for-TV movie, Damnation Alley. Yeah, that was kind of freaky. The Killer Cockroaches.
So at Trinity College in Hartford, there was a time in like 79, 80, 81, right around there, when I was like 10, 11 years old. They were remodeling the studio, which, as you've been to, is a really nice, classic, old school theater.
Mm-hmm.
The temporary spot was the education auditorium in the science building across the street. It's a very, very postmodern, yet very eerie and cold building, and that's where I saw Damien Dolphin.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. That was that satanic movie.
It was a good movie.
Where it's like, wait, let me see if it's the right one that I'm remembering. Wasn't there a shot of someone that got cut by some glass, decapitated?
Oh yeah, there was also the E.L. Wold as babysitter to jump out the window.
Yeah, that movie was trippy. I remember that. That stood out in my mind. When was the first time you saw Maximum Overdrive? Or Wraith? Any of the weird car movies that were like hunting people and stuff? You still there, man? What's going on?
Video.
You watching something?
Yeah, it's making a cotton candy machine using a touch angle breaker.
Oh, yeah?
Mechanism for this machine.
Oh, I see. So out of most of the movies that were based on killer vehicles, which one would you say is your fave?
What are you gonna say? Was the vehicle itself possessed, or was it with the person? There's
I
a couple
mean,
of ways you can
if you look at Wraith, at least I think that one in particular was called. It was more like the guy was a ghost and the vehicle was like a tool. And like when you look at Killdozer, not the actual thing that happened, but the made for TV movie that happened back in the 70s.
go kill those or get my vote.
That
Let's take slides.
that D9er got possessed by some kind of asteroid. And the question was asked, how do you kill a machine? Yeah, it's an old movie, but I like it. It has a whole bunch of famous people in it.
You'll always have Stephen King scene.
Yeah. I mean, how would they have known that, so many years later someone would actually be called a killdozer, It's like, what the hell?
Sometimes you get pushed a little far.
I know. And then for Maximum Overdrive, it was a whole boatload of trucks that were possessed. More than one. So you had a whole army of vehicles just running amok. Is it the movie Truck where the guy is like being chased? Or he's like,
I don't remember.
he's raging about it. I think I saw it a few times. I like that one too because it's like, the whole concept of truck versus car. Yeah, you know who's gonna win. But in this instance, spoiler alert, it's an old ass movie, so it doesn't matter. The car actually outsmarted the truck. So that's always fun. So with one of my old friends moving somewhat, somewhat near, as in a few hours away, what do you know about the most haunted road trip you can take in Connecticut? Ever heard about that?
Well, there's a few things that end up taking that moniker. There's that little big city, little town looking place that you go to. There's a couple of urban explorers do a couple of good insane asylum runs.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there's one that I did in Hartford way back in my college days, and it was an old. And when we went in there, it was just eerie because they still had the old 1920s and 30s style beds were still in there.
Oh.
Wheelchair.
Uh huh.
with just that old style of furnishing and everything. Really wild.
I see. Yeah, my friend's wife was talking about like how she wants to get back into doing a more entertaining but rather serious topic on a podcast about like things of the occult and oddities around the world, stuff like that.
Oh, there's tons of that.
Oh yeah.
Someone's playing a video I came across on Instagram of, we're just talking about this, the company games that Sega did. This was Test Drive Deep Rally for the Dreamcast.
Mm.
Man, the graphics were so good on that game. Nothing could touch it. I mean, as far as the quality, I mean,
Oh man,
just
Dreamcast had
Sega just did 3D right.
yeah. It wasn't always like that though. The 32X, I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, it was weird something to develop for. It was the weird choice of doing an expansion pack. But
Mm-hmm.
it was a mistake. I thought it would have been just better doing it as an expansion pack
Yeah.
instead of, hey. But I mean, if you have a console so close to the wings, why don't put the money there and just go straight to the next console?
Indeed.
Like the fact that Dreamcast and Saturn were so close to each other from a development cycle is just
And that's another thing. Like, you know, people made this on Sega Saturn, but there were some gems.
for me the reason why I got that import one was because of the shooters and the fighters, man.
Mm-hmm.
On the import system, I think it blew it away, but that was it. There was so much fighting. Sega of America, Sega Japan, they didn't need any of that nonsense.
Very strange times. Me and Juan
Even
also talk about it a lot.
if they didn't have that beef for the stuff that could have had that we were like robbed of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know one thing. If I could go back in time, I would try to get every good. Well, that's it's hard to say, but it goes without saying. But every um, game in the future that will become expensive as all hell for the Sega CD. Get like 2 or 3 copies of Snatcher, and the rest of the working design stuff. Because those are the ones that rose up quickly because they were quality games. I know because they're RPGs, it's not your cup of tea, but they had animation sequences.
Well, it's like that the meeting with the Roman warrior dude there, and the looks like it could be a Viking, and then the woman where the woman goes back in time and she goes, "Hey, I'm your mother.
Yeah.
I'm your grandmother," and you and I are, yo, go back and buy Samson, little Samson.
Yep. Yep. We came to face with it. Remember that one time at a Game Exchange? They had it there for like $2,000. Yeah, the guy was like, "You're not gonna run away with it." I'm like, "Hell no! Why would I do that? I don't give a shit that it sells for $2,000. I just want to take a picture of it." barely won that one. Okay. Either some motorcycles are driving around or somebody's racing. Or maybe both.
You say that as I'm watching one of those sim racing rigs that I send you every now and then on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
They're pretty nice. Those are pretty slick.
Yeah. Can you hear that at all?
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Mm-hmm. You know a lot more about vehicles than I do. Is that a motorcycle or a car?
Hard to tell from what I heard, but it sounded like it was one of those indoor cars.
Okay.
Used to race down when I lived on Bond, and then they put this built in.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, this should be hilarious. Let's see if I can beat the crap out of this purple chick riding on top of a giant fur ball.
Well, those giant fur balls,
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be some kind of weird ass cat, but it's just basically a big old face with fur. She's actually putting up a very good fight.
Yeah, for you with your racing games, you've always on the past, man. You had Sega GT, Daytona USA, Sega Rally, the classic MSR.
Oh yeah.
I've got the Japanese version of the Test Drive of Mamas.
That one that had the European music for Dreamcast.
Where you had F355.
You know, I couldn't stream it because of like copyright stuff, but yeah, that was pretty fun.
Then you had that VP Vanishing Point. And then, of course, the classic 1 and 2 of Crazy Town.
You forgot to mention San Francisco Rush, 2040 something.
2049 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And that what I just mentioned a little while ago, that was pretty amazing graphics. That was, there's so much good stuff in there.
Oh yeah. It's always fun times with Sega. Oh nice, I got the Monkey King. Sweet. Take a picture of that. Screenshot that bad boy. Well, he'll definitely help for my team of misfits. Now I got 2 triple S's. Not bad for starting out.
Bro, you can get an island for $475 off the coast of Nicaragua. It already has a house on it. And it's yeah, 3-bedroom, 2 house, 5-acre island. Internet, TV, and everything can be had from the island. And it's the cost of it's like a house now, $425,000. Nobody wants to get rid of you, back it up. I'll take that.
Okay. Let's see what happens with the introduction of the Monkey King to my band of misfits.
I still can't believe GoldenEye is generating much interest. 27 or so, 28 years later.
Hey man, that thing never lost its fan base. Well, it seemed like a good fight, but I don't have the necessary strength to take care of that army yet. Okay, so that's a drawback. But 2 triple S's, that's pretty cool.
Oh man, I just did it again.
What
So
happened?
I didn't do my Instagram stuff for a couple of days, where I that thing where I somehow where I try to go back and then I end up going all the way to the beginning of where I just started.
Oh yeah.
I am not doing that all over again. I'm done with Instagram for the day.
Fair enough. Go to my stream for a sec. I want you to see how cool this guy looks in his rendered form.
Do it a different way.
It won't let you because you're live?
I'm going to do it something different so that we don't get the audio shift.
Okay. Let me know when you're there.
I'm going to find my Twitch. You're on Twitch, right?
Yeah. I could so do the joke right now of you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
Now, who was the artist of that song? What group?
That I don't remember, but the guy changed himself into a woman. I remember that.
Dead or Alive?
Yeah, that sounds right. That is right.
This is me, you know it's right.
Yeah. But you see what I mean? Like the 3D form? It's very well rendered. See, I want to know what kind of software that is to get, like the 3D graphics to look like that. Because that's very cool.
You know where the sword is like at the flames?
Uh-huh. You think that's Photoshop? This right here?
There's tons of programs you can do that in. I mean,
Yeah.
you can do that with traditional Photoshop and Premiere. You can do it in After Effects, probably After Effects or something like that. You can use Adobe.
Yeah, but that's Sung Wang. Yeah, I think that's Sung Wangku, Wang Gong, the great sage.
What you call it?
Says it right here, Sung Wung Gong, or however the hell you say that. And then when you click on this, that's the 2D form.
Oh, it just started hanging up on me all of a sudden.
It did. Give it a moment.
Yep. I don't think it likes my phone being used for everything.
Gotcha. Fair enough. You could exit out though. I just wanted to show you that.
Buddy of mine does that stuff all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? That's what I wanted to look up. Hold on. I wanted to see if they have Chronos. Because I was talking about like how that could be like a server boss. You got to figure out a way to break them into pieces. Yeah. Because without Kronos, you wouldn't have Zeus or any of those others. They would basically, if they didn't figure out a way how to get out, Greek mythology would have been a whole lot different. Oh, interesting. Tyrant of Abuse, Gilgamesh. He looks cool.
Well, this is interesting. My big weather is centered on Puerto Rico for some reason. It's
Oh, yeah?
72 degrees.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I ain't going back there. Screw those damn earthquakes. Hell no. I ain't dealing with that crap.
Yeah, that can happen anywhere.
It's constantly, man. It's like all the damn time over there.
Earthquakes. You went to hurricanes?
No, earthquakes. Once that big one happened, they've been having small ones left and right.
Yeah, small. Like California. You go to California, though?
I haven't been to California, back to California in years, man. Except for that one time with the special trip. But thankfully, that was in the desert, not near, I don't know. I need to do my studies to see where the hell the fault line goes through. All right, let me do some research here and see if. Let's see here. Hold up. Alright, so these are all the ones. Okay, so I think these ultimate rares are based on all, not all, but most of the characters from Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I mean, this is a game from China, so they want to buff up their legends and stuff like that to the max. Well, I
You
guess
know,
so.
imagine that image I showed you. That was an actual outlet.
Hard to say.
Now that was the actual. That's like 3 times the size of the original. When you break it down, even having over 22 plugs on one outlet is insane.
It is. That's just a
Yeah,
fire waiting to happen. That's what that is.
yeah. 22 outlets, 6 USB.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. So you know how I basically log in once or twice in this game and I let the bot bulk up the rewards?
Yep.
I'm at the rank of Baron already on my new account. And I've only been playing for a few hours, spaced it out with 4 days or 3 days, whatever, but not that long. That's pretty damn good for not spending a dime. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not going to fight that overgrown fat cat until I know I can beat it. Oh yeah, so it has been 4 days. I'm looking at my, no, they got the thing when you get free stuff for logging in.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, 4 because it's technically a bit over midnight, so makes sense. Damn, my stomach's like, yo, man, do something.
Yeah. I got one of those bowls of soup there.
Alright, I think I'm done here. Did a little nice stream. I'll just do what I can to finish these dailies and be on my way. So how audible is that?
The song. I'm not listening to the stream, so I don't hear it from the stream.
Alright. Well, I'm beat. So that's it. Any last minute words before we get going?
Let's keep firing up those games and play on.
Sweet. Alright, peeps. This is Ginyu 2007, and I'll see you later.